Hello, this is Erica of lifeblazing.com, and with me is Jonathan Mead of illuminatedmind.net. Jonathan, thank you so much again for making time to chat with me today.
Thank you, Erica. I'm just happy to be here. So,
My pleasure. So let's dive right in. My first question for you is about the logo of Illuminated Mind. So my simple
mm.
question, is it a firefly?
Yeah, it's a firefly. A lot of people actually ask me that, and um, I think I had one person last week ask me if it was a candle. That was a little new to me, but yeah, it's actually a firefly. I tried to draw it in Photoshop myself, but I'm not the best illustrator, so. Uh, So I guess some people get it and some people don't. So that's okay. I
Yeah.
guess for their own imagination, they can have it be whatever
I love it. Well,
whatever they want it is.
yeah, well, no, it's impressive that you designed it because I was going to ask, like, if there was, if we wanted to give some props to a designer, but that would be you. Um, and it was very memorable. And so, speaking of fireflies, here's something interesting I learned about them. So, it's their bioluminescence that attracts their mates and their prey.
Hmm.
That's intriguing. And I think for you it attracts clients and customers because you have been able to free yourself of your day job. So I
Right.
want to say, kudos to you on being able to do that. And my question for you,
Thank you.
wait, I hear I see your wheels turning. What are you thinking?
Oh, I was just I'd never really knew what the firefly and how it attracted its mate and
Isn't that intriguing? I mean, and that's the gorgeous thing about nature. It's like nothing is random or very little is random. It's so purposeful. So like those fireflies are lighting up and
right.
it's cool to watch, but it serves a purpose. They get to eat and mate.
Right. Yeah, those the one two of the most important things in life, right?
It's true. Yeah, and same for business people. So anyway, so you've got your light shining obviously. And it's really and seriously like impressive and inspiring to me that you were able to free yourself. And I'm curious to hear like the most surprising challenge of your post job days.
Hmm.
Because we think about it as like, oh, it's just poolside bliss, but
Right.
there must be more.
Right. I think, one of the things that comes up is switching from the mindset that you have to operate in the same way that you did when you were at a 9 to 5 and that the same rules apply. So even once you find that freedom and you're working for yourself and you're the one in control, often what happens or what can happen is that instead of having, um, a boss, you become your own boss, and you can become just as much of a tyrant to
Mm,
yourself as someone else can be to you. So I think it takes time to realize that the same rules don't apply when you're working for yourself. You can create uh, the point of a business should be to create a business around the lifestyle that you want to create instead of having it be the other way around. You're trying to fit yourself into a business. So that was a challenge for me, kind of figuring out that I could create the schedule that I wanted. I didn't have to necessarily have this certain number of hours that I worked and a set schedule of X amount of things. And um, yeah, I think that was probably one of the biggest challenges for me um, after I had left, I would
cool.
say.
Thank you. Thanks. The answer is really helpful. Yeah, it's a good heads up. It's a good heads up. And I have one last question about illuminated mind. And because then I'm going to go on to some other stuff. You probably have an idea of that. So
Okay.
Ralph Waldo Emerson has this quote, and I'm wondering if it possibly influenced the name of your blog. The quote is this: "To the illuminated mind, the whole world burns and sparkles with light." That's the end of the
Hmm.
quote.
I had never heard that quote before.
Wow.
That's very cool.
Yeah, you're in great
You
company,
you know,
Jonathan.
I just think I just think it's awesome because you're bringing up all this stuff that relates to what I'm doing that I never
I'm
thought
such
about
a geek.
before.
I am
So
such a researching geek. Yes.
no, I think it's really cool. I think yeah, maybe you're onto some things that I hadn't thought of. I did actually see uh, a while back driving by this church called Saint Gregory the Illuminator, and
Mm.
I thought that was I wish I could be Saint Jonathan the Illuminator, but
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't I guess it wasn't meant to be
No,
Gregory.
I disagree. I think it is being. Yeah. Okay, so now you're gonna push me into the whole Bruce Lee thing. Oh my gosh, because of you, I watched about 4 hours of footage of Bruce Lee. And I gotta say,
Wow.
thank you. No, it was easy to do. Like once because it was like I just wanted to kind of get a sense and a flavor and then it was just very addictive. So my segue
Mm,
is this. I've been reading your work and following your thoughts, your ideas about things, and I know that you talk about how important it is to move and live in the direction of our heart. And
right.
so it looks like the direction of your heart has led you to Jeet Kune Do. I mean, at least one of the places. You want to talk about
Yeah.
that a little?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that I kind of felt like uh, was the biggest attraction, I guess, for me with Jeet Kune Do and martial arts was that it's a very physical, tangible expression of self actualization and self development. It's something that doesn't lie to you.
Hmm.
It's something that's very honest. If you're sparring with someone and you your mind is somewhere else and you're off in a different direction than being focused on the present moment, the interaction is going to reflect that back to you.
Wow.
You're going to know right away, and it's the thing that I love about Jeet Kune Do is that it's like an immediate feedback for your when your mind is in the right place and when you're being present, when you're being honest with yourself, when you're embracing your power, when you're embracing your potential. It shows you uh, when that's being present and when that's true, and it also shows you when you're holding on to something that's limiting yourself. So uh, that's really what kind of got me into uh, really falling in love with martial arts. In the beginning, I thought it was, like I'm sure a lot of people just thought it was something cool, something, a way to impress your friends or whatever, and yeah, it's kind of evolved for me much more than that.